The circumstances in which we meet again may be less than ideal, but it's good to be back among friends. Hello everyone, and welcome back, once again, to Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Last time we got to explore Sultan a little bit, found out that it sucks just as much if not more so than the rest of the zone. And not the least of which because the familiar Skadovsk is no longer under proper management. And we do have something resembling it, but nothing like the former glory that we knew back in Call of Pripyat. But there may be a path to get things the way they once were. What say you, Beard? Well, I guess you don't have anything for me right now. But we got your guys back.
Good hunting. Bobber, give me some vodka.
No more freebies for you, bud.
Relax, I got it covered. Got a gig that paid real good. For Kalina.
See, this is what this kind of place should be like.
Ah, it's you.
I don't want to ask people what's new around the zone. I want a way to make my next move against Sultan. Can anybody here tell me how to make a move against Sultan? List of equipment for the Shevchenko. ETM, 29 out of 29. Sawed-off shotgun, 11 out of 15. Hamster promised delivery by the end of the week. So you are in contact. 8 AKM-74Us. 1 SVDM-2, 1 out of 4. And RGD-5 grenades, 33 out of 60. Negotiate with Sidorovich. In other words, they don't have enough of anything.
When you sleep here in the rain, it's like Zekton's completely flooded. And you're just floating, riding the waves all alone, above the swamps, in the dark.
I like you.
Hey there, loner. That guy from the cordon wouldn't stop talking about those swamp lights by the ranger station. Then he just vanished into thin air. Guess the dead finally summoned him.
Swamp lights by the ranger station.
I've got things to do.
You're not talking about those anomalies, are you? Maybe I should go over there at night and try and get to the bottom of that. Well, what else is going on around here? There is actually a decent amount of area to this. It's got all the amenities we need, just a little bit less comfy.
Hey, why the long faces? You should have seen the Shevchenko before Beard stepped in. I've been here before, and it was nothing but a hollowed-out tub. It's actually pretty cozy here now. The old man knows how to make a place comfortable, make it feel like home. He's always grumbling about how this ship is no match for the Skadovsk, but I still like it. I trust the folks here. No one's gonna stab me in the back just because they don't like their drink.
And that's what we need to get back. That's the difference between Beard and Sultan.
No problem.
But neither are you telling me how we do this. We've got to get back to the Skadovsk. I have a feeling Sultan will have heard of and not like the fact that I took out the ringmaster and got Beard's guys back. Now it's just going to be a question of what he's going to do about it. But since I can't find a way to advance the board here, I'm going to have to do it elsewhere. I hate that I no longer get the warm fuzzies when coming this way. Alright, Sultan, you have anything to say about me screwing you over?
Speak up since you're here.
I guess not.
If you've got something to talk about, come on over.
How can you stand that? Nobody wants to fix that? I guess we're still using the onboard systems for something. Oh, hang on, let me just reach over you and grab that. Thank you. Sultan's chat with an old rival. We need to talk, Sultan. This can't wait. Talk to me. This is urgent. What's going on? Shevchenko's on fire? Well, did you put it out or what? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Yeah, I can't wait for you to be gone. I mean, the bartender is sort of in charge of a place like this. It's not just a menial job.
You got some business here, or you just want to shoot the shit?
Got any work for me? I mean, maybe we need to explore the area some more?
I'm looking for work. You got any?
We've always got work for a capable guy. Our boss, the Sultan, has something coming up. Go see him. Tell him Kalina sent you. If you do a good job, we'll pay you well.
Well, that's good because you owe me.
Well, speak up since you're here.
Kalina says you need help with something.
You want to work for me, huh? Well, Sofia Oleksievna's right. I just happen to have a job that's perfect for you.
Why hire Stalker, boss? We got plenty of decent guys starving for work right here.
If your buddies are starving, Knuckle, tell them they can starve to death for all I care. They need to make themselves useful, and so do you. Go make me some tea while I talk shop with this loner. You like it here on the Sultan, Stalker? I've been living in the swamps for a long time now. Had my fair share of chumps to shake down and assholes to kill. Life's been good to me so far.
So far.
Even if you're the kingpin of garbage, the zone can still fuck your shit right up. An emission hit my stash a little while back. The place is crawling with anomalies and mutants now. The zone's a bitch, eh?
She surely is.
I wanted to say what I said.
I like the cut of your jib, Stalker. So let me get to the point. There was an important briefcase in that stash, and I want it back.
What's so important about the briefcase?
Ignorance is bliss, Stalker. The less you know, the longer you live.
Why don't you send your own men to get the briefcase?
It's not in their wheelhouse. Shaking down chumps, that's their job. Mutants and anomalies, those are for stalkers.
Fine.
All right. I'll bring you your briefcase.
Very well. The job's easy enough, just a couple of mutants and some anomalies. And the pay's more than generous. Here are the coordinates.
Just a couple of mutants and some anomalies. There's a whole lot of unknown in the middle there. Alright, where are we going? Actually, we've already been there. Just gotta stalk through the swamp. There's been an emission. So we can stop by the boiler again and pick up some artifacts along the way. And although it seems like our exploratory quest last episode is paying off. Looks like there's a little village up ahead. Maybe there could be some goodies inside? Zombies and dogs. Short-lived, but I don't see anything. Yeah, yep, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! It's always something, isn't it? Ow. And of course there's more than one. There's always more than one, it seems like. Now, here's the issue I have with bloodsuckers these days. Here's the issue I have with bloodsuckers these days. They don't seem to attack you while you're stunned in the roar, but if they have a buddy, they have no such compunction. Howdy. You know, the same thing happened in COP. A bloodsucker that seemingly just ends up in a casual pose, uncloaked. This ain't doing it. Really ain't doing it. It's just crossed in front of me. It's a good thing we're unencumbered now. Nope. When there's a pair, There's not much I can do besides get on top of something, which seems really cheesy. It feels really cheesy every time. Okay, hang on. I need you to be dead. The storm that's rolling in is a problem. So now I can't see anything. That's not much help. That is, but I need you to keep doing it. Okay, die. Can't see you, can't hit you, can't stun you. But you can stun me, no problem. Swear I hear it. I don't know what you were just struggling with, but you're not struggling anymore. Oh, there's another one! This whole place is just infested. Okay, there's no reason to stay here. Forget this place. I can't do much about it in the meantime. Where are they at? Believe it or not, I actually prefer a slap fight when it comes to you guys. Goodbye. I wish I knew how many that was total. But I will say, and maybe there's a quest line for this, I kind of wish that there was more reason to engage with mutants. Because the conclusion that I'm starting to come to is that it's always better to get away than to kill them. Because there's, very often, unless they're sitting on top of something useful, there's no reward. Like, it's just a loss of, like, huge amounts of ammo. Well, the ambiance is certainly here. You know what? I'm actually not getting an artifact. I have 0 reading. Oh, that's awesome. Tell you what, can you still get me if I'm someplace like here? You guys are becoming a real issue now. Alright, well, at this stage, we better just head for the destination then, right? Okay, up here should be the road to the ship. There we are. The storm always adds such a sense of urgency to things, doesn't it? Look at you. Can we hit you at all? Does that do anything? I mean, probably not. It's kind of far to toss it. Huh. Weather calming down just as I arrive? That makes sense. Alright. Well, there's 2 things we need to engage with right now. And that's a stash, which is on our end, and the cargo ship. Question is, how are we getting to it? Maybe there's some way up onto the wall? Maybe we can go this onto the car hood. Yep. No? Ooh, maybe right here we can get on top of this, and on top of this. Give a moment for our stamina to come back so we're actually able to jump, and yep. There we go. I could definitely use it after that bloodsucker encounter. Thank you. All of that. I'll have all of that, please. I also actually kind of ran out of food at some point, so I'll take you and you. Yeah, ever since we stashed a bunch of stuff, we kind of need it. Now, On to business. I'm basically avoiding all passive rads thanks to this suit, and we have the ability to make it even better. With the right technician, of course. I mean, in the zone, I'm starting to realize that technicians kind of lead the way. Yep. Okay. Yep. Maybe we'll actually get to see the inside of that lab this time. I swear, all the times in this game, I've tried to explore something only to find out that it's part of a quest later. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me when I think about how much time I've spent in this game, and then look at the map and see what a small portion of this I've really explored. There we go. That's almost bad. Have to find briefcase. And now we've gained the ability to open a hatch, I think. I mean, the thing is here. There we go, we had to stand at the exact angle. I'm honestly amazed you're able to open something so rusty. Let's get in there. This is the kind of place I kind of wish I had the shotgun. You know the exact opposite of a safety bubble? When you climb down into a tight, enclosed space, heavily armored, that you just know isn't safe? S.T.A.L.K.E.R detector. And the Sultan's briefcase. Okay, we'll try and see what that's like. How does it compare to the bear? 6,000, 4,000. Next generation detector in the beginner tier, designed to supersede the Echo. Thanks to its all-new electronic components and antenna, it can detect artifacts at a greater range than its predecessor. We'll see what it's like, but I'll probably end up keeping the other one. X11, it said. The briefcase from the Sultan's hidden stash aboard the Lviv. It seems surprisingly lightweight for an item of such value. Alright, let's continue poking around. Be a waste to come all this way and not see what else is on board, right? That used to be a dog. Although how it would have gotten on here, we'll never know. Let's make life easier.
Freeze! Is that the Sultan's briefcase? You're not the only one looking for it. Give me the briefcase now, or we're gonna have a problem.
I don't know who you guys are. For all I know, Beard sent you.
Smart, arsehole. Get him.
I didn't say anything. Tell you what. Yep. I don't wanna kill you. This way. Please don't hurt yourselves trying to get at me either. What happens if I... Oh, that's not gonna work. Tell you what. You guys come for me over here. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make these jumps. Sort of looks like I might be able to from an angle. Yep. Okay, we just Indiana Jones that thing. I didn't want to kill them. I don't know who they are. But not today for them. They're still... Oh no. Dogs. chase isn't over yet. They know I'm here. I need a little something for the road. This way. We're getting farther and farther from the Schism if we do this. There's a mighty interesting looking tower in the distance. Are these guys still after me? I don't even see them. That's quite a lot of gravitational anomalies. Oh no, I don't want them trying to pursue me through here. Oh my god, they are right on my tail. I may have juked. I'm not having issues anymore. Problem is, it's such a long way back to the Schism. It never feels like it when you're looking at the map, but it really, really is once you're actually trying to get back. Once you have these swamps here that can really bog you down, then it becomes a huge issue to move anywhere. Go on the road. Keep this way so we don't get spotted again. But over by the cranes, those are our guidelines. Actually, that's just one crane, so I might not be looking at the same thing as before. I'm not even paying attention for anomalies anymore. Nope, this is something different altogether. I don't really want to be caught out here at night, but I am also very curious. Electrical anomalies. Artifacts? No artifacts, just lots of rads and offal. There is maybe a tunnel entrance. No, I said bolts. Sealed. But it does indicate perhaps something bigger down here. And we'll make a note of what this place actually is. Now, there's a stash here. Repair quay. Alright, we're going inside. Anybody home? Hope not.
Hold! You're trespassing in a restricted area. Leave the hangar at once, or we'll shoot to kill.
Okay, but I'm curious as to who you actually are. Huh. Somebody's camped out here, but it doesn't sound like bandits.
Fuck! Cover me! I gotta move! There's no hiding from us!
If you got another bloodsucker on your hands, I'm not your guy. Especially since now I know you're no friends of mine. Oh no, you're just jumping at shadows? That's fine. I aim to bring some real shadows back here. Alright, Sultan, I got your stuff. Hopefully it'll be mine soon enough.
Well, speak up since you're here.
I got it.
I've got what you asked for.
Good, you handled that well. Any problems?
Some loners attacked me. They wanted your briefcase too. I dealt with them.
I'll be frank. I suspected there was a snitch on the Sultans, and I wanted to see if anyone went after you. Well, I was right. Now the rat's gonna choke on his own blood. Guess I gotta talk to Beard. He ought to stop messing with my people. But that's no concern of yours anymore. You did a good job. and earned your pay.
3,000, thanks. Totally worth it. But Beard then. Guess we're heading back to Subchenko. And I'm really glad I didn't kill them now, because it turns out my suspicions were correct. I love waking up to the sound of gunfire that's been going on the entire time I was trying to sleep.
Two bloodsuckers are feasting on the
Maybe that's
bodies of
why I'm
duty
up
members.
so early. Interesting firing positions you've got here. I slept safe last night knowing that you were watching our back. Is it just me, or is Sultan stormier than everywhere else? My god, you jump-scared me. Thought I was dealing with some kind of water spirit for a second. Anyway, if you want to stay out here, that's fine by me, but I have to report some information to Beard. At least I hope that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Here.
I'm so drowsy. Welcome aboard.
Yeah. You don't have something for me. I'm so confused about how this quest progresses. Like, I just randomly walked into Sophia.
Keep landing at S.T.A.L.K.E.R every night. Security, dogs. I think they're hauling in the survivors from the chemical plant or the observatory as, like, guinea pigs.
Is that what this up here is? There's a helipad back there. That would make sense. Makes sense that they would build their own structure within the zone. Look, they've got their own wall around the place. Alright, do you have something for me?
You got some business here, or you just want to shoot the shit?
I mean, since you worked last time, I did what Sultan asked.
I took care of the Sultan's
It's a
problem.
white dialogue option, though.
I know.
Why do you ask?
I know a capable guy when I see him, Skiff. And I was right about you. Good job, Tiger.
Are you making moves yourself?
Remember, no brawling in my bar. Capiche?
Okay. What about you, Sultan?
Well, speak up since you're here.
You sorta don't mind me now.
Got something to talk about.
How do I
Come on
progress
over.
this?
Alrighty, a joke won't tell itself. So a warden goes to a shrink and says, "Doctor, I've been feeling like I'm an idiot, a cheapskate and a jerk. Do I have a split personality or something?" "No, young man, you've had an epiphany."
That's hilarious.
Apparently, I have to advance the main quest to do this. I had to look that up. That's really annoying that for some reason I can't continue this side quest until the main quest goes forward. But I guess it's just an excuse to head back there. Only problem... Sultan is, like, we've come a long way. But it is an excuse to get back on the road and see some places we haven't seen before, and this one looks fairly interesting. That was practically invisible. This way, then. You know, this reminds me a lot of my very first day in Call of Pripyat. Walking down this very road, seeing all this stormy weather. I'm going the opposite direction from how I said, and it's because I don't want to leave this region without going back to that gas station and seeing what's beneath it. Let's go, come on. Back here. And here's the Pit of Despair. And here's why I'm so wary of doing anything with this. Look, you can even see the basement being cleaved in half. is because in COP this was a snork den, which would be very not good for me. Oh, but of course now it's one of these insanity anomalies. You can get this stuff, you need it all. Come on. I don't know what kind of harm this does me long term. Once we're down here, the only way out is through. I wonder if Psyblock would help with this. Unless it starts doing active damage to me, I don't want to take it. Stuff's far too valuable. Imagine just feeling eyes on you from the mines like this. Oh. Look, this opens onto an underground subway line. I don't think this was here before. This fissure may have widened. All I know is the game is being very generous with the buckshot recently, and I'm very happy about that. Pretty generous in a lot of directions. There's nothing else here. This is a very interesting structure, so deep below the middle of nowhere. Now, choices as far as our caves go. And I'd be willing to bet they're all deadly. Oh, I like the snorks better. This way. Come in. Yeah, when even spraying you in the face doesn't work, there's not much else I can do tactics-wise. Spraying you in the face is a valid strategy. It's just such an ammo loss every time we encounter one of you, especially when we can't flee. I don't know if this game has a stats screen the way older games did, but if it does, or rather if it doesn't, I really wish it did. Seems like the weather has turned since I was down here. Stalker corpses, always a good sign. But if somebody was down here, maybe it means there was something worthwhile down here. I ran low on food at some point, so now I really need more. Oh, that's quite a gravitational anomaly. Here we go. Give me that. Crown. Alright, what does crown do for us? An uncommon artifact found in gravitational anomalies due to its resemblance to a piece of jewelry. The crown fetches a premium price on the mainland's black markets. Gives off a lot of rads for what it does. I wonder, when they lose their powers on the mainland, do they also lose their radiation? Not like that would much stop people. Okay, I don't want to go through that. Yep. The thing about these anomalies is that they dissipate quickly, but they also come back quickly. We have arrived. Just about everywhere has a tower in this, and it's held by you.
This is Wardorf. We don't let loners in. Is that clear? It better be for your sake.
Yeah, great.
Easy now. Why are you so nervous?
You keep asking questions, and I can't promise I won't snap. Anything can happen in the fucking swamps.
Oh, I believe you.
Easy now. I'm already leaving.
Good. Move along.
My understanding is that you're basically a private company, but you still have license to do pretty much whatever you want within the zone. Between this and the Spear, you've taken over multiple former facilities, and where you choose to hang your hat, I assume, isn't a coincidence. I was hoping to use the path going through that facility, but now we're gonna have to walk the coast. Speaking of the coast, there's a lonely little cabin right beside the water. We can swing wide around these mutants. Maybe we can see what's up. You know, I had thought there was something weird about mutant behavior, and until I read about the problems with the A-Life system, I never realized that I'm only ever encountering them, like, right next to me. Like, I'm so rarely observing them in the distance like this. I know there are mods that seemingly restore it, but I do wonder if maybe they're gradually increasing the radius through patches. I'm back my way. Ten shots. And you didn't even die. Remember in the beginning of the game when I just dumped a mag? Oh no, you died. Remember in the beginning when I just dumped a PTM mag into your face and all was well? Somebody was here. Bavka Cottagers PDA. Zone never lets anyone out. From a PDA found in a fishing cabin. So, did you get out? No, I didn't. Why? What happened? It wouldn't let me out. I see. Yeah, bro. There's an entrance to the zone, but there's no exit. We just don't belong anywhere anymore. Not after what we've been through here. I like to imagine this conversation taking place after a loner saw light on in the distance while hungry and injured. Came over here, found someone else just sitting, looking old and defeated. And they just kind of had a conversation by the fire during a raging storm. Well, either way, that was a long time ago, and there's no one here now. Temporary shelter, perhaps? The game just spawned me another gun. It seems to be a weird bug with the scroll wheel. Mark 1 EMR, it's another 308. Okay, no, we want this back. And we'll dump it if we get over... What is happening? What is happening with this game? Okay, well, that can just be dropped because it's broke. This game is astonishing right now. Is this a new bug? Because it took a lot of gameplay for that to actually start taking place. Ooh, an electrical anomaly. Could this be the Sapphire episode? It's basically a running gag at this point. Oh, maybe. Maybe. There's a variety of anomalies in here. So is that a regular campfire, or is it possibly a fire anomaly? Just a regular campfire. Close. There we go. What are you, flash? Oh, unfortunate. Common artifact, blah, blah, blah. When the flash is pulverized into powder, each particle continues to generate electrical charges. That's all we've got here. Well, maybe that's not all. That may be it for artifacts, but if we move inward, this may be some high-risk, high-reward looting. Okay, no. Oh, come on. Can't tell where it is. There doesn't really seem to be anything of value here after looking around some. This is picking up. Hasn't been that long, but it feels like an emission. When it's all green like this, it feels like it's leading toward an emission. The question is, how do I get back? I don't even fully remember how I got here. Stuff down that way, but the bridge is out. We need to make our way upward. There's two ways. There's through that concrete structure where we arrived from, and then there's across this gap, another rail yard. Might as well take the way we haven't gone, right? And that's convenient. It means we can get there by following the tracks. And there's bandits. And we've got another random gun spawn. The remains of a barge. Now it's basically a riverside pool. Good shot, Sky. Get right in the middle there. Go. You know, here's a survival tip for people who haven't been out in the wilderness like me. If you get struck by lightning, just stay right where you are, because it won't strike the same place again. That's why just about everyone who has ever been struck by lightning has stayed right where they were, unless somebody came and moved them. Very, very bad friends a lot of them have. We should, according to the map, be able to cross around here. It always makes me nervous to be out in a storm like this, because it could turn to an emission at any time. I am seeing structures out there. Flooded structures nonetheless. I need to make sure we can still see solid ground in front of us. Oh, maybe this isn't a good idea. Perhaps this is not a good idea. Thing is, I just don't know how deep a given place will be. Well, so far there's been sort of land connection. Look at that. That was totally invisible to me. I do wonder to what extent frame generation actually affects this. Some of you have suggested, and I mentioned this in the last part, that frame generation can... Oh my god, this is the least thing I needed right now. Hate even my grammar. What do I do? No, I really, really need to be out of here. Nope. What's even happening? Hey, a stash. My luck is turning already. This is something that we don't need guns for, we simply need the bolts. Let some other unfortunate stalker deal with it. But anyway, as I was saying, some of you suggested that frame generation can cause some of the issues I've been having with aiming. But the problem is the game just, like, does not run well at all without it. Or at least it didn't. Maybe it's worth trying again after a couple of patches. And this game, like, really needs it because, I mean, I'm running this, like, down at 1440p, and I got a 4090 in this thing, so it's not like I have cheap hardware. Yeah. I mean, this is... In most games I play at, like, 4K 120, and this is struggling at 1440 60. You are still pursuing me even after all that. Funny how the weather always seems to change based on the situation, huh? It's like a dramatically convenient AI director. Hey there. That thing made short work of you, unless you were already damaged by it. Unless you were already damaged by the anomalies. Wow. God, that thing is good. Maybe I'll start buying more ammo. It won't be cheap, but if it kills things that quickly, it'll more than make up for it.
Put down the gun, okay?
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry, I don't want to trigger your post-traumatic stress. I can see we're in the war.
Hello.
Oh my god, you're healed! See? I'm a good friend to have.
You're aware that drinking is prohibited here, right? If you can't live without vodka, go ahead. But never offer it to others. It's dangerous for us to get drunk.
I sort of see what you mean, but what do you mean by here? Oh, maybe this place is run by the Noontiders? Makes sense, given that it's right across from them. Now, I believe I saw while I was with them that there should be some submerged rail cars. Maybe if we can go along the top, it can even act as a bridge? They're a bit far apart for that. Their army medkit. I don't know if we can get through this. Oh yeah, no, there's a bunch of you. Can we head inside?
Some artifacts nearby and got ambushed by snorks. Right after I gave you my last med kit, damn it. So then I stumbled across some stalkers, thought I'd ask for a bandage. What do? Point their guns at me and tell me to get lost. All monolithians are murderers. Well, they weren't entirely wrong. Do you remember it? No, you don't, and neither do they. Just heard some campfire stories. Those bastards weren't even around in the monolith days.
It's really funny because I feel like people will have different perspectives on this storyline and this faction, depending on whether they played the earlier games.
I keep it simple.
You?
Honest work for a fair price. That's how I do things, and I think others should do the same. You know the saying, keep it simple and people will come to you. It looks like it's paying off. You're here, right? So, what can I help you with today?
Let's see what you can trade. I have some artifacts on me. We heard mention of you before in some PDAs.
Feel free to pick whatever you like.
Makes sense now. Alright, we can... Tell you a Rat King. I'm not sure what your prices are like compared to everyone else. Crown? Yeah, take it, man. Flash, take it. Yeah, I suppose that's about right for that range. And another 15,000. We're working our way back up already. Now, the ammo, yes, 939 PA. That's what this is. If we can buy some of that, that still leaves us with 10,000. I mean, that's a lot of money, actually. That's kind of a lot of money. But I'll take it. I mean, since it's part of a sale, it's not really costing me anything, right? And here, I'll sell you some of my ghost stories. It's always threatening to open a door and be face to face with someone who is already looking at it. You don't seem to mind me taking this stuff, so I will. Even grenades? I mean, these guys really do have very open policies with regards to stuff. I want to get back out there and see... Is there anyone in charge here that I can talk to? Vector's PDA. Think any of those stalkers remember us from way back? Someone who knows who we are and where we came from. If there's any loner who might have known us, he's conveniently forgotten it. Don't worry about it. Strider's already told us everything we need to know. Unlike those stalkers, he's actually looking out for us. I mean, Strider was pretty much among the first to be reintegrated, to become a real person again. It only makes sense that people would kind of gravitate towards him. Not only is he one of them, he's also one of the only ones who, like, actually seems to care about them.
Strider was right to ban vodka. A drunk stalker is dumber than a mutant and twice as mean.
It's one of those things that, like, seems so wrong at first, just because it's such a staple in the zone, but then if you think about it for half a second, it makes sense. Where can we go? We can come to here. I mean, where it's densest, we can usually walk. Oh, okay, we can get this far. I just think this whole feature wouldn't be here if we couldn't use it. I mean, I've yet to see reeds where we couldn't walk. This looks healthy. And apparently it is, surprisingly. There we go. Oh, that's one way to prevent attack. I mean, if you really look at this, imagine trying to push across this way. They can easily use it because during peacetime you can just kind of run across. But imagine trying to attack this way. Yes, we are. You have room here? Not to press E, but it can stop me from just crouching beside you. Campfire chat with Monolith while one of them plays games on his phone. Show that to a fan of Shadow of Chernobyl in 2005 and watch their head explode, huh? Okay. The place we were headed, we gotta do some night shenanigans sometimes, right? Is this facility right over here. Lots of crates in the yard. Thing is, it's been a few episodes and like a week since I did this, so I don't really recall what it's supposed to be. This is the Eastern European version of coming upon a haunted house in the woods, isn't it? And it is highly radioactive. Oh, we've got our anti-rad drugs. We've got a couple of bottles of vodka. And hey, the Noontiders aren't using it, right? What are these things? Some kind of shells or containers? Anomalies inside. That's alright. I mean, of the things that could be in a place, it's always either empty, full of mutants, full of bandits, or full of anomalies. And anomalies are kind of the easiest to deal with. However, we may be dealing with something else now. Great. Poltergeist. There it is. Most dangerous mutants there is. Especially in the dark. You're in that corner. I just saw you form like a shield around yourself. A shield of rock, is that what that was? Oop. Crossing right in front. Ow. But you have a favorite spot that you like to return to, do you? We've got to do this strategically. I think we can make this fairly safe. This window will certainly make it harder for you to get hits on me. Only potential complication is if you start picking up stuff that's out here. I can hear this thing, but I can't see it anymore. Where did you go? Ow! What? I can't even see what you're throwing at me. Did this thing get outside somehow? What? Alright, we're gonna have to go in. No, come on. I can hear it, but I can't see it anymore. Moving, maybe that'll... Oh, there you are. Explosives around that we can exploit potentially. Gotta find this thing again. Problem is, it always knows where I am. There you are. That was a good hit. Nope. It's gotta be seriously injured by now. Oh yeah, you hate that. You're outside. Fortunately, I've got no ammo to actually engage you with. But hey, that means you've got nowhere to hide, right? Now you do. Probably doing a number on my suit. Okay, back to the big damage. There. That's right, you keep trying to get something to throw at me. Run out back. That's a little shield wall you can put up. I see it more clearly now. Draining a lot of cash, me throwing these bullets at you. You've got patterns. You keep coming out here. There we go. That last one was right between your eyes. It is now over. Or at least the worst of it is. We could, for all that effort, probably have ignored you and just taken what was here using the PDA. But where's the fun in that, right? And hey, I was right. This is a haunted house. Sort of. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. You. Bucket S2. What are you about? Conceived by the USSR as a compact automatic self-defense weapon, this design has found popularity on the outskirts of the zone despite its modest efficiency. It's not bad. And it's 918. We could actually find a use for that. Yep. Now down to business. We've got to find this inductor. Question is, where can we find it? PDA itself just points us to the scrap pile. And that looks suspiciously like a ramp in game design terms. Yep. I think we could have ignored that guy altogether. Although again, what kind of experience would that be? Yep. I do like that certain mutants are essentially considered mini-bosses, really most of them. And I've said that over and over again, there's very few just like fodder enemies. Everything feels like a person who is trying not to die, or who has something to accomplish. Every mutant feels like a creature defending its lair. I don't even know where to start on this hunt. Hack here. Oh, there we go. Inductor. A device for decrypting messages on old monolith PDAs. Requires a connection to Azimuth Station. This model's been phased out. Well, I'm unphasing it out. Also, I'm happy to report you guys can start using this place again. Hello? Yeah, zombies not allowed. Also, do you... wait. Thank you. I really disagree with their decision not to do anything about these.
He's dead, they say. Destroyed. Lies, I tell you. They're all filthy, pathetic lies. You can't kill God, just like you can't get rid of the sky up above. You can go and hide from him and cower away in some musty hole in the ground, but that won't stop the wind from blowing or the rain from pouring. Crazy fanatics, they say. Murderers. Brave warriors, I tell you. His worthy children.
Stop brainwashing my men, Faust. You're only making it worse.
What could be worse than this? What have we become? Are you happy, Strider?
My boots are fine for the road I walk. There are more important things than happiness.
And what's that then? Backbreaking work? Hardship? That enduring sense of guilt? It didn't used to be like this. We were different, part of something much greater. I was the Word, and you carried the banner of the monolith.
We brought death. Against our will.
Well, now we're dying ourselves. The fumes are killing us, as are the bullets of our vengeful enemies. How many brothers roam the zone to this day, lost and forgotten, forced to hide their past? We have to find them. We have to bring them to their safety.
By force? We all know about Wild Island. Everyone must make the choice for themselves.
And what do they find here? The meaning of life? Or a similar bunch of miserable wretches just like them who don't know what they want?
Strider saved us!
Yeah. And now, he's killing us. Once, we were his children. And what are we now?
Men of free will, who choose their own way. You're living in the past, Faust. The monolith is dead. It's time to grow up.
You can't kill God. Just like you can't get rid of the sky up above.
Think again.
I am blind, but it is you who cannot see. Go cower in your hole in the ground. Hide from the past. Hide from his light. Hide from yourself.
Skiff. Do you have the inductor?
What was that? This is what I was really hoping for from this game. Using the greater animations and performances and budget, and just using that not to make the thing more linear, but to make it so that the people within the zone and their stories are so much richer, and that was something. Honestly, if it weren't for, like, the villainous performance, I almost would have understood it first. He wants to offer them something better, something more than just this guilt-ridden repentance culture that Strider's got going here. I mean, maybe it is time to move on, but it seems more like Faust wants to move backwards, back to what they had before, to say that they actually haven't been lost. And you might say that since the Wish Granter was no longer a factor after the first game, that the CNPP was no longer a factor after the first game, that a huge part of what gave S.T.A.L.K.E.R its identity has been gone ever since, but it's through stuff like this that its legacy lives on. You still feel that shadow of Chernobyl hanging over the entire experience.
What did I just see?
Poor choice of words.
One very long argument. I just hope we never find out who was right.
Are you sure it's the end?
Sure. I have it with me.
There's an old Azimuth comm station not far from here. One day, after we find and mothball all that's left of Monolith, we'll destroy it. In the meantime, course?
It's a good thing you have that inductor, Stalker. It can direct a signal. You'll need it later. But the station needs to be turned on first.
Azimuth was taken over by the Ward a little while ago. They have the access keys. I guess you can figure out what to do about them.
It looks like Faust is involved in this mess. Are you gonna do something about it?
You think I haven't tried to stop him, Skiff? What am I supposed to do? Silence him? Lock him in his cell? People blame us because of our monolithian past. But Faust, he was one of the first people I brought here. We built Noon together. He cares for his brothers. He wants them to find happiness. Faust's got his own way of helping them. I might disagree with the path he has chosen, but that's no excuse to take away his freedom. Otherwise, what's the point of it all?
I disagree with you, but I understand why you believe that. After everything you've lost and after everything you've had to do to gain it back, I guess it makes sense that you'd be an absolutist in that regard, even if it's against your own interests.
So I guess I'm going to Azimuth.
Wait a minute, Skiff. This isn't just your concern anymore. Faust is my brother. That much is true. I still trust him. But if it turns out that he's going to hurt someone, Noon is not your enemy. And this is my proof. Keep it, Loner.
It's a good gun. Why would you give it to a stalker but wear a shell casing that matches it around your neck?
The gun is a gift. For the future. As for the shell casing, it signifies the past. Do we understand each other? Noon is not Monolith. We make our own choices now.
And maybe my choices will play a role in that.
1, 2, it works, right? Check, 1, 2.
Who are you?
Oh, so you can hear me, huh? Good.
We've met.
Wanna make some money? For both of us, actually. Go talk to Quiet. Oh, that's me.
Once again, we've met. Oh, did you not get inside in time? That seems like your fault. Now, what do we have here? Links. This rifle boasts a unique modification, handcrafted by a now deceased master. The addition of a new barrel with a custom twist rate has notably improved accuracy and damage, though it appears to have seen little use of late. Okay. We need to go see a trader.
A loner? How did you... Never mind. You wouldn't be here without Strider's approval. I guess it's fine then. I'm just filling in for the medic here. Temporarily until they find a replacement. For your own sake, I hope it's nothing too serious. So what's bothering you?
I don't need any heals. But that makes sense. Yeah, when we were last here, we saw that you were having problems. Is the medic not back after what happened in the warehouse? I was kind of expecting a dialogue option to maybe go help with that.
Who went away? They didn't want to be here.
You are ruining our meal. Did you come here to gawk at us? Watch us eat and drink? We're monsters, right? Worse than any mutant?
Your brothers are killing me for reasons you can't remember. Go away.
I guess there's resentment in both ways. And that's gonna boil over at some point. No wonder Faust is so popular. I mean, Strider's got the discipline, but there's a limit. There's only so much they can be treated like this before they snap back. Especially since, like I said, it's for something they can't even remember.
It's too bad the brothers left. Things were better when we were all together. I'm gonna miss Faust. He used to tell us these stories and kept us so intrigued to the very end. Anyway, I have faith they'll return. In the meantime, what can I do for you?
About that zombie on the roof.
I wanted to talk to you about that zombie on the roof.
His name is Kvashka. Thanks for not killing him. I don't believe that my brother's gone for good. There's always hope. That's all that matters.
I would hope so. Oh, and we got some money for it.
Huh. How long have you been here?
Not long.
We'll get it
Can
fixed
you
in no
upgrade
time.
my mask? That's what I want to know. We might as well do some repairs as well. Boop, and boop, and boop. We look here, weight reduction or physical protection. You can't do it either. Lynx is a really nice rifle, and I bet it packs a big punch. But I may have to rely on the other one for now, just because it's suppressed and this one isn't. Yeah, that is a good amount of zoom we've got here. Ooh. But maybe we can grab an artifact in the meantime. I'm not sure if I'll have time in this part to go after this objective. There's something here. Oh wow, this is a whole maze to crawl around in. Push through. Ooh. I feel like this is what an artifact hunting training course would be like. Hello? I just saw a flash. No, come on. Where is this thing? I see a glow. What? I think it's spawning underground. Oh my god, come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, now you show up? Now you show up, Spring. Oh, by the way, thanks, lawnmowers, for showing up. Spring. Even under a load of 3,000 tons, the spring maintains its compression and decompression cycle. Very useful. Still can't use.
What's that noise? Are you done with diagnostics? What the hell? Is that gunfire over there? Hershevich, Nikitin, come in! Damn it! Requesting reinforcements! Hold on!
You know what that sounds like to me? Convenient, that's what. You guys weren't here before. Maybe... Let's see, is there a way in through here now? Nope, but thankfully we're already familiar with the lay of the land. That seems to be a theme this episode. Hear gunfire from inside already. Here. I'm just kind of hoping you guys stay gone and dead. There's nothing here. Nope. There was something here, and this just happened. Azimuth Station basement key. Did not bring ammo for this. We're in it now. That helps. Okay, that's the end of the tunnel where we peeked in before. Ton of blood. Maybe we'll need those grenades. Look. You're injured but alive. Okay, so now the question is, was the gunfire all yours? Like, did someone do this or something? Someone. Are these Faust's guys? This is not how I wanted this to go. I just see movement there. Wow, this thing is gotta be one of the most effective weapons in the game if you use it like this. He saw me. Okay, yeah. I will be honest, this detection meter is kinda dumb in this context. I was really expecting to be dealing with mutants. That's that problem dealt with. Nope. Never mind, perhaps not. I really hope Strider doesn't blame me for this. God, that's brutal. Anything else here? Just some equipment rooms for you guys to have hidden in. That key is here somewhere. And somebody sees our light. You had power armor. We got very, very lucky with that shot. PDA with Circa report.
Begin recording. Reporting on the status of the route of Azimuth Station as requested by Dr. Darling. All tests have been passed. System configuration is within defined parameters. No additional preparations are... What's that?
Well, you can't say they weren't effective. You are no longer with us, but we have the key card. Key card granting access to the control room of Azimuth Station. Found in the pocket of the late Ward Sergeant Nikodin. Is there a way? There may still be more exploring I can do back here. Alright, let's see what we can see. An anomaly? Oma. Where are you? Maybe... You know what? I think that's this thing's time to shine. There you are, I saw you. I got you. hit the wall. Stop moving, come on. See you up there. It's like you know I'm holding my breath. Ah, I thought I'd gotten you there. That was a big cloud. Keeping you suppressed. That might have gotten you. I can't tell. It looks like there may still be some movement through that crack, but there's very little I can actually see. Alright, either way, we've bought ourselves a second. If we can get up and out of here. Let's move in. Can't see a thing. Use our card here. And door's open.
Now, get to the roof.
Well, we saw what happened last time we tried to dismantle all this, so instead, I think I'm just gonna... Okay, bit of a delayed reaction. I kind of thought it would all go off at once. Everything look okay here? Guess we don't have a choice. I mean, I regret this direction that things have taken, but also partially relieved to not have to deal with the ward. Two of my favorite things coming together, being a lighthouse keeper and stalker.
Those who are in eternal union with the monolith can never be stopped.
It really is a lighthouse, wow. Oh, I guess we injured you. Scripted. Interesting.
You think I'm going to beg for mercy? It doesn't matter. You stalkers don't understand anything. The monolith opened my eyes. I'm not afraid. Not afraid to die for its glory.
Why are you doing all this?
You are not one of us. You'll never understand it. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. The monolith helped me to see that. Sure, a lot of people might die. But if I don't do this, everyone's going to die.
Are you the one who activated the scanner on Wild Island?
My brothers are poisoning themselves on that island. And to what end? I just couldn't watch it anymore. The immunity that kept us safe has been weakening ever since the monolith felt silent. They were dying in my arms.
Fine. I'm leaving then.
It doesn't matter. I'll never be alone. Not until the very end.
May your light shine down on the souls of the brave soldiers who gave their lives in service to your will. Reveal the cunning plans of your enemies to us. Give us the power to avenge our fallen brethren.
The only reason I didn't do it was because I knew that Strider wouldn't be happy to find that I had. I'll take your stuff for me. Well then, let's do it. Maybe. Here? Oh, great. Climbing this in a storm. It just never seems to let up these days, does it? This really is a Ubisoft game in disguise, even for all its grit.
I did what you said. Return to Icarus. Get everything ready. It is time. Yes. Word of the monolith. So it was you all along. Oh, Faust.
It wasn't the only one. Someone else on Azimuth finished the ward off before I got there. Foma was with them. He tried to kill me, Strider. I need to get to Icarus, and the sooner the better. Faust had a reason to leave the island just now.
Skiff, if you find him, try to find out what he's up to. He's my brother. In the end, all his sins are also mine.
I think you're too hard on yourself. But we need to get below ground, and it just seems like we share a lot of the blame too. This whole place is in a state of flux, and if we're to believe S.T.A.L.K.E.R, maybe that's not a bad thing. I mean, even for all the insane horrors in the previous games, it all settled on this. At the time of our arrival, things seemed fairly chill. Even the remnants of Monolith are some of the most peaceful in the zone, so maybe this period of upheaval that we find ourselves in could have a better outcome? The worrying thing is that it seems like that's up to us, but that'll have to wait until next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.